my God. Geeks and Gamers. There you guys are. I've been looking all over for you, man. Let me just tell you, weeks ago, I was on my way to make a Geeks and Gamers video, and I got lost. There was monsters. I did battle. It was dramatic. It was bloody, traumatic as well. But I'm here. I found you guys. And it's me, Jesse Milestone, back to talk to you about things I care about. So, today, I really wanted to just dive more in to the utter absurdity that's going on in Hollywood with identity politics right now, right? You have so many things. Most recently, you had Scarlett Johansson pushed off of, or sort of pressured into withdrawing from Rub and Tug because people didn't want to see her play as transgender character. Oh my God, so that movie probably won't get made now. And then you also had, of course, Ruby Rose being forced to delete her Twitter after being bullied over her casting as Batwoman because she's apparently not gay enough, even though she's like the gayest person I've ever seen. She's already too famous, so we should cast unknown LGBTQ actors. And she's not Jewish because acting is no longer a thing. You can no longer pretend to be something you're not. You have to match your character's description exactly in order to do that. So I just wanted to take a moment to sit down and just look at some things, just talk about some things. Specifically movies that would never have gotten made in today's climate, because apparently the most important thing is representation. It's not quality. It's not attaching a name to the right name to the right film. It's not about bringing in a budget. It's not about talented actors doing talented things or pushing themselves and hitting the pinnacles of their career. No, it's all about the color of your skin or your sexual orientation, your completely intangibles. And that's the thing that kills me, right? Is that's the number one thing that's being driven on right now is your sexual orientation. Something that you can't see in the casting room. Something that is arguably completely blind in the casting room, which is why you can see very clearly there are plenty of examples of actors, gay actors who've played straight roles. For example, Neil Patrick Harris plays Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother. Neil Patrick Harris, super gay. Barney Stinson, like the straightest, manliest man dude of all the men's. So come on. Right? You have Jane Lynch. Jane Lynch has played gay characters, like in Best in Show, right? But she also played Paula, the super straight horn dog, in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. You have Luke Evans, amazing dude, gay man, very gay man, has played incredibly masculine roles like Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. He was Bard in the Hobbit movies, and he was Owen Shaw in The Fast and the Furious. I mean, wow. I guess we should not. How could that have ever happened since Hollywood is such an unfair place to LGBTQ people? It's terrible. This is ridiculous. Jim Parsons, who plays Sheldon Cooper. Jim Parsons is a gay man. Sheldon Cooper is very pointedly an awkward heterosexual man. Ellen Page. Ellen Page came out as gay in 2014. She played Juno in Juno. Juno was straight. Juno had sex with a man and got pregnant. She was very straight. Ricky Martin, the least surprising coming out of anybody probably ever, played Miguel Morris on General Hospital. Yes, the beloved soap opera, in which he was a heterosexual male. David Hyde Pierce played Niles Crane on Frasier, and Cynthia Nixon played Miranda Hobbs on Sex and the City. Cynthia Nixon is married to a woman. She played a very straight character on Sex and the City. So there you go, right? Obviously, right from that list, you have a bunch of gay people who went into a casting room, didn't announce, hey, God, by the way, I'm gay, just walked into a casting room, didn't audition, they were right for the part, they get cast in a thing. Boom, bam, done. Easy money. Right? So now, why? Because they have no disadvantage. None of these people. Luke Evans does not walk into a casting room to audition for the role of a straight man and have any disadvantage against the actual straight men auditioning for that role. In fact, considering his current level of fame, he probably has quite an advantage. So why do we need to give these people a pointed advantage in other roles? Answer, we don't. We don't. It's ridiculous. In fact, some of the points is that some of these stories that we're telling about gay characters are the more controversial stories. These are stories that Hollywood isn't always willing to tell yet, and that there are parts of the public who aren't quite willing to accept them yet. Now, there are people who are going to go see a movie like Rub and Tug because it has Scarlett Johansson in it, because she's a sex idol and people love her and her dick-sucking lips. Now, if they get somebody cast in it, it'll be an actual transgender person. Guess how many A-list transgender actors there are? There are very few transgender actors, period. So fine, we need more of them. How do you know how many there are out there? Someone give me a number. Someone tell me how many there actually are out there trying to make it in Hollywood to begin with. But the point is that now, if that movie gets made, not as many people are going to see it because it doesn't have the star power attached. Therefore, not as many people are going to actually know this story about an actual real-life transgender person. That's a great story that should probably be told. Other great stories that wouldn't have gotten told are things like Brokeback Mountain. Neither Heath Ledger nor Jake Gyllenhaal are gay men. That movie would not have been made and would not have been told without that kind of star power. That was such an important movie for normalizing homosexuality. This was one of the first movies we had that wasn't either like a biopic of a gay person or about like super gay lifestyles, like The Birdcage. Another movie that they would never let be made right now because Robin Williams is not gay. So, oh my God, God forbid we should make this movie. I'm guessing Moonlight gets a pass because it was enough to be like, oh, we have a super black cast. Never mind the fact that Trevante Rhodes, who is sexy as all get out, is not gay. Trevante Rhodes, not gay. But oh no, he's got enough of the minority thing covered. But maybe not. Maybe next time it happened, they'd be like, no, maybe find a gay one. Milk. What an important story. And on that same road, Philadelphia, right? Two incredibly important movies. For bringing awareness to the gay community, right? Milk, of course, the biopic of Harvey Milk, the first big openly gay politician, portrayed beautifully by Sean Penn, not a gay man. Part of what that brings that movie to life and makes it as wonderful to watch and powerful and moving is the incredible acting talent of Sean Penn. He was just the right guy for that part. So you want to tell me that we were going to decrease the movie, the value of this incredibly important and moving film because it's more important to have a gay person play a gay person than to have an incredible actor bring to life a truly important historical figure? Really? Again, Philadelphia. Tom Hanks, incredibly powerful moving role, incredibly important movie to bring up the struggles of gay people living with AIDS and the misunderstanding of AIDS in the world. Huge film. Would it have had nearly the attention if they're like, let's go find some indie gay people to play these roles? No. The point of these movies, the point of telling these stories with the A-list celebrities is not because screw gay people, we don't want them to have representation. It's the exact opposite. It's that we want those stories told. We want that awareness being brought to these people. And you're using the star power of A-list celebrities to make that happen, right? You have Call Me By Your Name very recently came out. No one seemed to be that mad that Armie Hammer was in it. It's because everyone wanted to see Armie Hammer kiss a dude. I did. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. The Rules of Attraction, another movie, all right, and little things like you have Ian Somerhalder as Paul. He's a small one of the many vignette roles in this incredibly dark, gritty, dirty film. If you haven't seen it, it's a fun watch. It actually is based on the place where I went to college. So if you want to know what kind of weird place I learned at my higher education in, check that one out. But that's another person who struggles and portrays a beautiful struggle with his homosexual feelings by a not gay actor. Amazing. How can he do that? How could he know the struggle and feeling of oppression and feeling of having to keep that secret without actually being gay? I don't know how he did it, but man, he managed. Of course, there was actual backlash about Love, Simon, how Nick Robinson was not gay. Let me just tell you, I saw that movie and Nick Robinson knocked it out of the park. He was such a beautiful choice for that role. That was a clear instance where they're like, we picked the best person for this role, and it was Nick Robinson. Good for you, Nick Robinson. First headlining film. Great opportunity for you as a young actor. I'm proud of you, and you're going to go on and do great things. You have The Kids Are All Right. Julianne Moore and Annette Bening play a lesbian couple. Such incredible, powerful actresses who are able to capture that very human tone, real tone of two lesbians dealing with the actual parentage of their children. The guy who was their sperm donor, basically. Great movie, brilliant movie, would not have done it was already, as it was, kind of sort of indie-ish film, would not have gotten nearly the attention without people like Annette Bening and Julianne Moore in the starring roles. And Velvet Goldmine, let me tell you, Velvet Goldmine, formative movie for me as a child, saw that when I was way too young. Jonathan Rhys-Meyer, not a gay man, playing a gay man. That movie is nothing if it's not about Ewan McGregor and Jonathan Rhys-Meyer kissing and going at it in the hot tub and all that stuff like that. These movies, when you think of them and you think of these iconic films and the people in them, the actors who played these roles are what made them what they are what brought those struggles home to you, are what told that story of struggling with identity, of struggling with being out, of struggling with who you are and getting the things you want and the things you need, right? Told by these brilliant, beautiful actors. And none of those movies that I just listed off to you, none of those would get made right now because the second they announce the cast, there'd be this huge, crazy backlash. These people will get bullied off of social media. The end of it. Because they don't understand the value of storytelling, the value that telling these stories have, and how that value is so much more than casting someone who matches the sexual orientation of the part. That's just absurd. If that's going to be important to you, then you have to have it both ways, right? You have to have it both ways. Okay, well then only straight people can play straight roles, and then all the people I listed off in the first place, we would never have had those characters and those incredible performances. Now, let's put it this way, guys. Becoming an actor in Hollywood is one of the hardest things that there is, period. Right? It is not particularly more difficult for gay people to get cast in roles than it is for straight people. It's not, I mean, and when you come, like, there are bigger issues, okay? Yes, there's definitely underrepresentation of certain ethnicities. That's a much bigger deal. But like I said, Luke Evans walks into a casting room, even before he's Luke Evans, right? And he can read as straight. He walks in, unless he announces, hey, guys, by the way, I'm a homosexual man. Right? He's not losing out against other people. Because again, unless you're one of these people who are just super flaming and can't hide it, like, you walk in, if you're right for the part, you're right for the part. It's already so damn hard to get the part. Why are we handing leg ups to any one group of people, huh? Like, this is not an area like there, and this is the other ridiculous thing. There are areas of life, and there are places where homosexual people are facing real struggles, and they're facing real problems all of the time. The parts they're getting cast as, not the biggest issue. Maybe start turning some attention on the real issues facing homosexual people today, and maybe people will take you a little more seriously. Like, that's what I got on that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're happy to see me back. It's certainly good to be back, and I will come at you with more non-Jeremy stuff very soon.